in a minute. We also have Metabrand Capital. We have P2B Investor, and then of course our partner, Nutrition Capital Network. So some great, really involved, really passionate investors in this space who want to help you grow are here tonight supporting this event, and we're really grateful. So thanks again to all our sponsors. We also have the most incredible prize package. If you're a young brand and you're counting your dollars in your checking account, this package can really help. It's worth about $30,000 in goods and services, and it includes a free booth at Expo East next year, an opportunity to pitch at the Nutrition Capital Network conference, which is also super valuable. We've got a category snapshot of data from SPINS, which is super valuable, really, really important to young brands so you can know where you fit. It helps you in your fundraising and your pitching to buyers and all kinds of useful uses for SPINS data. We've also got a brand audit with Interact on Shelf, a really cool branding agency out of Boulder, Colorado. We've got some branding and marketing services, consulting services from Metabrand Corporation. We've got some legal advice coming from our friends at Fakery Baker Daniels. And also a branding and marketing strategy session from an incredible, you might have heard her present earlier this morning, Christie and Co., which is a really well-established marketing firm from Santa Barbara, California. So I think I covered everybody, and thank you again to all our prize sponsors, all of our event sponsors. And now I'm going to take a minute to introduce our illustrious group of judges. So I'd like to start with Greg Horn on the end. He is one of the nation's leading innovators in sustainable businesses. He has more than 2 decades of experience in developing and managing companies associated with, in our space, with personal health, nutrition, environmental sustainability. He's the CEO of Specialty Nutrition Group, a creator of branded and scientifically validated nutrition products, and he's also chairman of the NCN Screening Committee at Nutrition Capital Network as one of their principals. And before that, Greg served as turnaround CEO of Garden of Life and GNC, where he was instrumental in expanding the company from $400 million revenue to $1.5 billion in revenue. So got Greg here tonight. Thanks, Greg, for being here with us. Our second judge on the table is Pete Speranza. We'd like to welcome him tonight. He's a new business development leader for a newly formed division of General Mills called 301 Inc. And Pete creates strategic partnerships, he directs all the supply chain activities, and he drives commercialization excellence for 301 Inc. across their diverse portfolio of food products. So he's also the founder locally of a new food division for the statewide innovation competition called the Minnesota Cup. It holds a vision of creating an active and thriving food innovation community right in Minnesota. And just as a little tidbit, Pete also played 4 years of professional hockey before he joined General Mills in 1997. Next, we'd like to welcome Krista Morgan, and she is from Denver, Colorado. She's the co-founder and CEO of P2B Investor. It's a Denver-based crowdfunding platform, and it provides working capital financing to growing businesses who are usually underserved by traditional financing institutions. So in just over a year, Krista has grown this company from an idea to a multi-million-dollar thriving online marketplace. Before the launch of P2B Investor, Krista worked in digital marketing. She managed accounts for major brands like Coca-Cola and Barclays in London. And the other thing that's awesome about Krista is she has a really strong commitment and passion for mentoring other women entrepreneurs, encouraging them to mirror her commitment to diversity and leadership. And P2B's own leadership team is 57% female. So welcome to Krista Morgan. Finally, last but not least, we have Eric Schnell, who is a regular judge for our Bitch Slam competitions. He has more than 20 years of experience in the natural products industry. He's managed upstart brands, turnaround companies, and he's launched plenty of new brands and products. He's the co-founder of Stee's Tea, the first carbonated green tea, and he also is credited with establishing not just the triple bottom line, but the quadruple bottom line, which includes this concern for people, planet, ethical profitability, and purpose. Eric co-founded I Am Enlightened Creations, an eco-conscious lifestyle brand of liquid supplements and aromatherapy mists. And he's launched a new business incubator called Metabrand. It's a complete one-stop shop that works with R&D and creation, brand creation, manufacturing model, and all different things you need to know as an emerging brand. And then his latest project is a managing partner for a newly formed fund called Metabrand Capital. And he oversees the investment group's launch into early-stage Lohas marketplace so that he can really focus on serving the growing demand for conscious capital, which is sort of an ethically based investment strategy. So again, thank you to all of our judges tonight. We can't wait to get started. And I'd love to welcome our first presenter to the stage. Her name is June, and I will let you tell her more about her fantastic company, SeaSnax.
If you like the product pitches, throw some hearts so we know which products that you like.
Hi everyone, I'm Jen and I'm the founder of SeaSnax. SeaSnax is a kid-inspired, socially conscious family business that's on a mission to take the junk out of food. At SeaSnax, my title is CEO, which stands for Chief Eating Officer, and my husband says I earn that title every single day because I'm not just the creator, I'm also the consumer. SeaSnax was born out of love in 2010 when I began to notice that our daughter Namu, which means tree in Korean, started devouring seaweed like it was candy. But when I looked closer at the ingredients of what was out there, I wasn't happy with the types of oils that were being used or the high level of sodium content. So I set out to create something healthier that I felt good about feeding her every day. So here I had this healthy snack, and I thought I would start as like a street peddler, selling at local farmers markets, and perhaps someday down the road, 10 years from now, I could get into a store like Whole Foods. But I couldn't get into any local farmers markets, and there were waiting lists for up to 3 years. And so I just took it to the nearest health food store across the street called Rainbow Acres, and they brought it in. I took it to another store, Santa Monica Opportunity, and they also said yes. And then the third store I took it to was Whole Foods. And so within less than 2 months of launching SeaSnax, we were in Whole Foods. I began doing hundreds of sampling events, knocking on doors, door to door, without a business plan and no experience in the natural food business. And the first year in business, I got us into over 600 stores. Today, we're in over 6,000 stores nationwide. And last year, we made the Inc. 500 list for America's fastest growing private companies. And these are some of the retail stores that we're in today. We have great distribution, as you can see. This is our product line, which consists of our roasted seaweed line, crunchy chips, and crispy strips. And this is SeaSnax in action in our stores. I never imagined that in my lifetime, Americans would be buying cases of seaweed. Cases. And our near-term and long-term goals are to build our infrastructure and expand our customer base. We haven't raised any money to date, but we've been profitable since 2012. Our strategy has been to really focus on quality and on building our customer relations. And this is some of the press we've received. Last week, we were included in an article in the Wall Street Journal about the changing trends in food with kids. And the article writes, seaweed is a regular snack at some schools, just like goldfish crackers. According to our own SeaSnax research, SeaSnax was the 7th most popular lunchtime snack out of 4 million school lunches served, beating out pita chips number 12, pretzels number 16, and goldfish crackers number 15. We believe children are our future, and kids love SeaSnax. Why I think that we'll continue to grow as a company and as a category is because we pioneered this seaweed snack category. And, we're creative, resourceful, we care about our customers, and we see the long-term vision for this market. And more importantly, we're on a purpose, and we have a purpose, and we have a mission, which is we're planting the seeds of healthy eating habits for generations to come. Thank you.
Remarkable. I've followed your brand since it first launched, and it was totally disruptive in the natural products industry. So that's not easy to do with so much competition and great ideas out there. You've done just an amazing job on a small budget. You're in a very rare group of brands that are profitable that early on, which is huge for you guys to go out and do probably the next serious fundraise off of. In fact, you've built a good bottom line, and it looks like you've got a lot of pipeline of innovative products coming up. I'd love to hear more about what you're thinking the investment round could look like, where sales could grow in the next 4 or 5 years, and ultimately what maybe an exit strategy looks like for the brand. It's a lot. You can start with the first.
I don't know where to begin with that. Let's see. Well, we have a lot of ideas. I mean, we are recognized as, the innovators in this category. I can't share all those ideas with you right now, but we have a lot of product lines. I mean, what I handed out today was the lime seaweed snack. I mean, that's really, I think, innovative. People lime seaweed, and these chompers chips are replacing like conventional potato chips. And I mean, I have grown men saying that they're going to eat this in place of potato chips on Super Bowl Sunday. I mean, this is really, really something. And I see this as a global company. Really, the sky, the sea's the limit. People have spotted us at an upscale department store in Hong Kong while they were on travel. They gave us snapshot pictures. And I mean, really, it's being thrown into school lunch bags. Kids think it's cool now. Kids grow up to be adults. Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit more about your team and sort of what it is, why your team is the right team to make this successful?
Well, like I said earlier, we're a family business, and we're actually very lean. It's me and my husband, my sister who handles West Coast sales. My brother-in-law oversees the whole manufacturing process. And we have one guy in the warehouse and another girl that helps us with order processing, and that's it. Why does this work? We're very tight and close-knit. We care. But we recognize that we're going to have to, bring in some other people because the work is quite immense. But it's worked so far because it's, we share the same values and philosophy.
Yeah, Jen, I got the chance to mentor you a little bit for this competition, but as you think about brand and brand building, I mean, this is an amazing brand off the start. And it feels like you're targeting kids, or even moms with kids, obviously. Can you give us a little bit of story on kind of the original origin of this name and just kind of how you came up with it? It seems so obvious, but I just want to hear your thoughts.
SeaSnax? Well, actually, my husband came up with the title, SeaSnax. And he decided to put an X at the end. And he's sort of the quirky one. His title is Chief Etc. Officer, so he has to do all the other things that aren't fun, like logistics and all of that. I get to sell it, I get to, sample it to people and, hang out with all our fans. But, it wasn't intentional. I mean, it happened very naturally and organically. We launched our product at a consumer show called the Go Green Expo in 2010. And we had two types of packaging. One was very aesthetic and beautiful with green pastel seaweed, and then it looked like art. And then the other one was this shark in a tiki hut. And we asked our customers there, which they preferred, and they said the shark in the tiki hut. It just so happens that now everyone says that it's very kid-friendly packaging, and I see kids say all the time, "Mommy, I want the one with the shark," at stores when I'm sampling. And so that was very just natural and organic. We listen to our customers. We take their feedback all the time. And so that's where that came from, the packaging. And yeah.
All right, Waylon, thank you very much. So, when you applied for this, it looked like a category-creating company with energetic passion behind it and already profitable and kind of understanding how to make the operations work. And your presentation lived up to all that, so thank you. That's always a risk when you invite people that will actually live up to what you thought they were. So I'm already impressed with that. I guess my question is, when you think about the supply chain and you're small and starting out, it's great to get some early momentum and create a category, and that's my favorite kind of brand. What happens in terms of the degree of difficulty when bigger companies get interested in a category? Is it really hard to duplicate? Is there something difficult to duplicate about it, or is it kind of what are your barriers to larger, more well-capitalized, serious competition if Heinz decides to get into the category or something?
The category is growing, and there's always competitors, coming up. I mean, our largest competitor is a multinational conglomerate, and we're a small mom and pops. What we do is, I think that we've managed to build a loyal customer following, and I hear time and time again that for whatever reason, customers trust. And how, perhaps it's because I'm a mother, and our motto at SeaSnax is we make snacks that our own kids eat. And so if I wouldn't feed it to our daughter, I wouldn't feed it to our customers. And we have very high standards. I think that there'll always be lots of players in the field, and I come from an Eastern background in Chinese medicine, where my teachers have taught us that imitation is the highest form of flattery. And so I welcome new brands and emerging brands. I say bring it on, because it only helps everyone to grow and improve. And there's nothing to fear.
Get your love there. Get your
Thanks, Jim. That was so fun. I'd like to also next introduce the co-founder and CEO of Heavenly Organics. His name is Amit Huda. I'll let him tell you more about his company.
Hi. Hello. My name is Amit Huda, and I'm founder of Heavenly Organics, and this is my first time public speaking. So I guess forgive me and thank you for being patient. This is the first time I'm hearing my own voice in a speaker. Okay. So I grew up in a conflict. And my father and I, we had a vision that we wanted to create an economic model, ethical economic model, that would eliminate conflict and create peace, prosperity, and stability. And as a result of that, Heavenly Organics was born. And our first product line was our raw organic honey, which are 100% organic. They are free of GMO, antibiotics, and any pesticides, so they are healthy for you. And they are collected from these wild beehives. They are naturally occurring hives in the forest areas. And these honeys support livelihood of 600 families in the conflict. Otherwise, these people will have no means of making ethical living. And we created a sustainable honey harvesting method, which is smoke-free, and that protects the beehives and the biodiversity of the forest areas. A few years back, we added another line of products. It's, the honey chocolate line. They are 3-ingredient chocolate. The outside is just a 100% dark chocolate shell. Inside is our Himalayan honey. And the third ingredient is peppermint oil or extract and oil. So they are not just candy, they are functional food. So our goal in the next few years is to be category leader in honey and candy. We have found so far that we particularly appeal to moms, millennials, and people with dietary restrictions because we are healthy, we are simple, we are delicious, we are humane, and we are sustainably sourced. As you can see here, natural honey, natural candy category is growing double digit, but we are growing many folds of that. And we are happy to achieve $5 million mark this year and have some profit. Next few years, we plan to grow organically and preserve our margin of 55%. And we'll achieve our goal by simply adding our existing product to our existing customers. And also adding more SKUs, and our rebranding efforts should help with that as well. We just changed our brand. So as you can see here, we have a whole marketing plan that kind of is a full circle, and we'll do in-store sampling, educate people on our mission, our products. So today, basically, we have 600 families we support. With our current growth plan, we expect that we should be at a 5,000 mark by 2020. And again, the main goal here is to not just be limited to India. We want to go to Sudan, we want to go to Afghanistan, because we want to teach people a skill that they can take home and use and earn money. So they are not drawn into conflict by armed trade, drug trade, prostitution. So that's the bottom line of our business. And we would like to raise $1.5 million in the next 12 months so we can free up our working capital and get more supply.
All right. You've done an amazing job, in the confections category of snack foods. We do a lot of work around this category with our clients at Metabrand. It's not easy to take a commodity, called honey or chocolate, put it together with a very authentic mission-driven story that's unique and innovative at the same time. Better real first to market mover advantage. That was my first time tasting the product. It's incredible. So applause there to you guys for an amazing job. Liz?
Thank you.
I love the fact you're already thinking of other countries, how you can change people's lives. And that's going to be a big part, obviously, for a consumer that adopts your brand and becomes loyal and wants to share it with their friends and family. I think you're on the right track there. I'd love to see what the innovation looks like down the road in the next couple of years. And ultimately, where would you see this in 5 years? As big as it can be, what does that look like to you? Is it a sale, or is it a private company? Where do you see this?
Yeah, I get asked this question a lot. I don't know. The main thing is to preserve the integrity of the business. Like I said, we want to go to Afghanistan. Afghanistan is known for their raisins, not poppy farming. The best raisins come from there. They have the sweetest almond, and same with Colombia. They have a lot of drug addicts, rehabs, park rebels, all of that. They have really good, Sudan, same thing, acacia honey. So our goal is to just see where we can go with this, as far as we can go. Our strength is supply chain. Between me and my father, we have a lot of expertise in developing a supply chain, training leaders, training people on the ground on how to do something best. So I think for a food company, that's a very important key pillar. I think as long as we have that, I think we can go very far.
Are your investment documents done? Are you already out there at the fundraise stage now?
we raised some money this year, but at this point, yes and no kind of thing. That's something. We're more like,
Yeah, well, if we can give you any help with Metabrain Capital, I'd love to see your plan. And I would just suggest that really, if the goal is to possibly preserve the company and stay private, or not be beholden to a sale, be really careful the kind of investors you're speaking to. Make sure they're mission aligned and they're on board with your social cause.
Yeah, the main thing is just the mission of the company. It doesn't matter if it's me or some other guy, or a big company that's running it. It's as long as it stays the way it is. That's the main thing. So, I'm happy. We started this not.
Beautiful. We'll make some introductions to you too, Michelle.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Awesome. And I love the packaging. And I like the way you presented the story. I think you covered a lot of the important points. And for your first time public speaking, as someone who does a lot of it, you did an excellent job. I would never have known.
I guess so.
My question is, I guess, around the fundraising. What would you do? Like, we say the $1.5 million for ingredients and working capital, but really, like, what's the big investment you would make with the money that you don't have today? Like, what's sort of the game-changing thing you need?
Yeah, so, we are vertically integrated in a way. Like, we pretty much built that co-op in India. So, we are slowly starting to work with some banks who are interested, but we send all the money we need for our supply. And Flora comes like once a year, twice a year in these forest areas. So, we have a window of 4 or 5 months where we have to gather all our yearly supply. So, that's our biggest constraint is that, what we project what we need, and then, make sure we have the cash flow to get it, So our growth is really dependent on how much supply we can get.
Yeah, that's my quick question too around the supply and the sense of how do you incent farmers or incent these folks to actually build out your supply for you, knowing the demand a little bit more, I'll call it future state, not current. Is there something the co-op model that you use, but just any thoughts on how to grow from 600 to 5,000?
Yeah, our model is really simple. 1 ton of honey for each family. That's how we add. Sure, we can give more to one family, but the motivation here is to add more families. And even if these people, they don't have a whole lot going on the rest of the year. They work for us 3 months. We are still trying to find other ways for them to make money. But we make sure they make their yearly, what they can live comfortably, what's called fair trade status in 3 months, what they would need for the whole year. So, basically they can't cash flow us, and honey is a commodity, it doesn't go bad. And because we are vertically integrated and all, we are very effective in pricing and all.
So congratulations, I got a chance to talk to you beforehand, and it's good to see. I didn't realize you were the first time public speaking here, so articulate we're talking before, so you lived up to that in public. So.
Yeah.
First of all, your products are delicious. So I noticed that they're individually wrapped, and so I hope, and the seaweed products are really good too, so both those, I hope there's samples that we can put on the tables back there, because there's nothing like a mood-boosting bolt of honey and chocolate in the middle of the day here, so I encourage everybody to try them. So you have, obviously, dripping with authenticity here, that's not transparency, so to the extent that that's a criteria that investors are interested in, you've got that in spades. Your brand is attractive, and I've got a chance to see kind of the before and after, and the current brand is very appealing to not just the fringe consumer, but actually the mainstream consumer for something healthier. You've got an aggressive growth plan there, and I know you said that you're going to add stores within the natural channel, and if you have room to run there. Talk to us a little bit about how the category is doing and how you're doing relative to the category, because that'll lend credibility to the growth thesis that you can add units and grow fast in the category.
Yeah, so basically our market penetration is really small right now. And our goal is just we are in 2,200 stores, but it's like one SKU here, one SKU there. So our goal is to just go back, and a lot of stores are very friendly towards us. They support our mission. So we want to just go back and grow organically and add more items in the same store. So if they carry one honey, what we have found is as soon as we add the second honey, especially after rebranding, which tells the story better, it brings more visibility to our product on its own. It's not a loner item sitting on the shelf, and that's our case. So more than 50% of that growth will come through adding existing product to our existing customer base. And then the second tier of that is increasing velocity on the store share level. And again, the rebranding and in-store communication with our customers, which is, demos, sampling, and some bloggers, nutritionist bloggers, and, a few different ways. We have a good team. Our marketing person who put this together, she's great. She has a lot of experience. She worked at Pirate Booty, the #1 chip, whatever there was, and a few other BMGs. So, yeah.
All right. Great job. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Our final presenter tonight is Julius Todt from EcoWasher, and I'll let him tell us a little bit more about his company. Come on up, Julius.
Good afternoon. We're going to really jump out of the box because it seems to me everything I see around here you eat. What a lot of people don't realize is, and I think a lot of people here do, but your skin is your body's largest organ. It's as porous as a sponge, and we're poisoning ourselves with petrotoxic detergents, and they're completely unnecessary. EcoInventions presents EcoWasher. This is our lead technology that we've been hard at work at since 2013. Next. Okay. Join the EcoWasher chemical revolution because we really do feel this is a revolutionary technology. My name is Julius Todt, and I have been the eco technology creator and director of new eco products and brand development for over 40 years. Today, as CEO of EcoInventions, I have a full-time staff of 14 professionals. We launched our lead product, EcoWasher, in 2013. As you can see, we have the most innovative, one of the finalist awards at the Chicago Housewares Show, and we have many, many more accolades that we've been getting here lately. Next. What is EcoWasher? EcoWasher is a modern, revolutionary approach to a better, safer, cleaner world of detergent-free laundry. EcoWasher is a tested and proven compact electronic device that easily attaches to and works automatically with hundreds of millions of washing machines. EcoWasher, if we can go back just one second. EcoWasher is proven technology. The biggest obstacle we've had in the beginning with EcoWasher is, what do you mean? No hot water, no soap, no detergent? Are you kidding? Well, EcoWasher technology has been around for over 2 decades, used in major institutional facilities like hospitals and hotels around the world. What we did is we scaled it down And we made it affordable so you can connect it, easily hooks up to a household washing machine and transforms that washing machine into a hospital pure technology that uses oxidation, nature's detergent to clean instead of with chemicals. Next. We spent a lot of time, we're a marketing company primarily, and we spent a lot of time developing sensational marketing materials so that we grab people with the intrigue and we turn skepticism into intrigue, and it attracts people, and then we can tell our story. Once we tell our story, it's amazing. The majority of the people turn around and buy this technology. EcoWasher Pro, which is our #1 seller, it only retails for $297 and saves average families of upwards to hundreds, and in some cases over $700 a year. And you can see our retail, sensational retail display there. It's ready to go into health food stores. We believe, this is a natural products expo, and we believe that the people that are involved in natural foods and healthy things should really be aware of the detriments and the toxic soup that detergents really do, and they're very, very harmful to people. And today, chemical allergies are spiraling out of control. So our retail displays are always telling the story so that the average lunchbox Joe is going to be able to get it and take it and use it. And once people get one of these, they do not return them. Our return rate is less than 1%. Next. Top EcoWasher benefits, of course, savings on detergent, hot water, and fabric softener. Environment, I don't know if you know this or not, but there's almost 500 billion gallons of toxic petrochemicals dumped into our environment that seeps down to the aquifers, and that's the wet water we drink. Water, water everywhere. Water is precious. And with EcoWasher, we literally pour it back into the environment. It's like rainwater that actually rejuvenates the soil, not contaminates it. Helps with allergies, eczema, dry skin. I mean, my goodness, the reason you use fabric softeners is because your chemicals dry out your clothes. What do you think it does to your skin? Simple, effortless laundry process, standardized third-party testing is done, UL approvals, many awards. Next. #1 reason to switch from toxic detergents. That bottle you see there is gunk, slime, bacteria, water. That's just a snippet of what we caught from the rinse water after we re-washed a load of laundry that was washed in a name brand detergent. It's awful. You take that lid off, it smells like a swamp. If you ladies ever left your laundry in for an extra day, you know what I'm talking about. If I poured that gunk and slime on your laundry and you knew it and threw it in the dryer and dried it with that in it, would you be okay with that? Everybody says no. They just don't know. That's our big job here, is to getting people to know. Next. Our potential. Billions in sales. How do we back that up? We have historic results of Julius Coase, CEO and eco-inventor. This is our company's third multi-billion-dollar technology. If you all heard of Eden Pure, my team is the creator of the brand Eden Pure, creator of the technology for infrared heaters, and we revolutionized the space heater world. And today, billions of dollars worth of infrared space heaters have been sold in the past 12 years. Yes. All right, why is EcoWasher a winner? Because it's perfectly timed. Timing is everything. It's a category changer. And you can see the progression that we go here from washing laundry, and there's EcoWasher. And the next thing we're going to have is a washing machine with it built into it. Next. Eco-inventions, what have we done so far? We're poised to launch after 2.5 years and investing $2 million, critical infrastructure development while conducting marketing tests that sold over $1 million worth of EcoWashers today. Continuous diligent work by a team of 14 full-time professionals, so on and so forth. Production capacity, we have production capacity of 10,000 units a month. We're sold nationally with approved vendor status from Bed Bath & Beyond, HSN TV, and finalizing with Sam's Club. Next. EcoWasher accomplishments today: sales, manufacturing, and marketing virtually perfected third generation technology, manufacturing capable of expanding. Realistic goal to sell 10,000 units per month within 4 months. More potential markets being explored with the government and grocery stores, lots of things that we have going right now. Next. EcoWasher funding, spending since March of 2013, personal funds, almost $1 million, investment funds, $1.2 million, desired money to be raised, $2 million, investors' money used for continuous web, social media, inventory, operating capital, trade shows, advertising. Next. And this is our 6-year projection and our potential. And today we welcome like-minded entrepreneurs to grow with us. Capital funding is a conversation. We always welcome. We encourage everyone to join our EcoWasher chemical-free revolution. Thank you very much.
Come back. Wow. That's it. Wow. Congratulations. It almost sounds too good to be true, but it's true. So
That's what everybody says.
Yeah,
Our EcoWasher skeptics become EcoWasher believers, and they become EcoWasher evangelists. It's incredible. Our first test market store, Hartville Hardware in Akron, Ohio, we got going the first month. They sold 2. 4 months later, they sold over 100 EcoWashers in 1 month.
So obviously, at the natural products industry, you're going to be preaching to a lot of the audience that will get that the skin is the largest organ of the body. What you wear is what you are. Just so you know, what you eat is what you are. I'm curious of what do the natural product industry detergent brands, the ones that have been out there for many years, building great businesses and talking a message about clean detergent, say they'll product like yours. Have you heard any backlash yet? Or?
Well, actually, the reality is EcoWasher has so many benefits, and one of them is you don't have to go buy anything. You don't have to measure anything. You don't have to store anything. You don't have to walk down an aisle and stick it in your cart and take it home. You don't have bottles that fill up landfills. It's terrible. And you don't need anything. When you walk up to your washing machine, you throw in a load of laundry, turn it on, and walk out of the room. And your clothes are softer, brighter. We completely disinfect laundry. I mean, you would not believe, if you did some research on detergents and E. coli, a little bit of food that's left in your laundry that's not transferred.
Your model makes a compelling argument.
Yeah, it really is.
And your point of sale probably should show more of that because it's pretty disruptive.
Yes, it does.
I guess I would just say, obviously your projections and your future is the largest on stage today of any brand. It's larger than our industry, for most brands. This is a mainstream brand that should be a mainstream consumers, as you said, hospitals and institutions use this type of technology. I would just ask you, why are you only doing $2 million fundraise if you want to be, that kind of number a year, 7? Why isn't this right off the bat when you've got so much momentum, so much ability, there's stories, there's no holes in the story of it, why isn't this a $15, $20 million fundraise going mainstream with commercials and print advertising?
Well, I was a consultant for large marketing companies where I created the brand Eden Pure and other brands. And I left. I couldn't take it anymore. And I would go into boardrooms and I would hear all these people that knew nothing about what I was doing making the final decisions for me. And I was tired of it. I mean, I walked away from, I had months I made hundreds of thousands of dollars in 1 month. I walked away because I wanted to do it the right way. I know how to sell, I know how to market, and I don't want to be told what to do. So it's on the shoestring that we started. Started with my own money. We built the brand. What we did with $2 million of investment so far, it would have taken a large corporation $10 million to do, and much longer. So we're building. I'm not going to give control back over to anybody else. We built solidly with foundation. We test. We're done with our testing. We're on the launching pad. We're going into Bed Bath & Beyond. We're a group vendor. I'll be on HSN TV shortly. And we're going to explode in sales. Same thing we did with Eden Pure, same thing we did with EcoWasher.
Do you have working capital funded or funding vehicles in place for that, for the equipment itself?
I don't. I had a very good friend of mine that I actually trained how to sell. He was bringing in millions of dollars, and he was buying apartments through investments, and his deal fell apart just months ago. And That's one of the main reasons I'm here
You
also.
should probably get a good relationship with the debt funder for the inventory.
Yeah.
Those kind of POs are going to, you need to
Absolutely.
properly. $2 million isn't enough to support.
No, it is not. I've got 6,000 EcoWashers in stock right now. So we're prepared to hit HSN and Bed Bath & Beyond through our test periods where we go through our testing. And we're pretty confident what we can do. I've already done personally multiple infomercials, so
That's
I
a lot
understand.
exciting.
Yes, it
Forward to
is.
see where this goes next year.
Thank you.
Also, yeah, congratulations. It is exciting, and it took me a little bit to get to grips with what it was, and it isn't just a detergent alternative. It's actually just a whole new system. And I think you have a challenging, I think it is a marketing challenge, like a big one. I'd love to hear you talk a little bit more about what is your go-to-market strategy, because $200 on a product, even though you're saying never buy detergent again, there's quite a bit of education there.
Yes,
You're almost looking at like the Nest, because it seems like that's what you want to go for, right? That sort of Nest technology in your laundry sort of approach.
Well, I got to tell you, I totally get this because my whole life has been birthing new technologies. I was one of the first retail stores to ever sell a microwave. Imagine back then the skepticism. Ladies would walk in, we'd show them this wonderful microwave, and they say, well, how hot does it get? They say, oh, we don't use heat. Oh my gosh. And then we sold, I pioneered the first filterless air purifier, Living Air. We went from 1.2 million to 187 million in 3 years. Because, and with Eden Pure heaters, I mean, my gosh, we sold a space heater for $397. And you could buy a really nice 1,500 watt space heater at Kmart for $39. But what happens, I know what happens. This is you talk about disruptive category. This is bringing a whole new mindset. There's hundreds of millions of washing machines we can hook up to today. And what really gets us going is the testimonials, social media. We're working very hard on it. We have a $40,000 new website, and I know that's cheap for some people. But I mean, we've really worked on a new website, social media, to get the message out, because the testimonials, we have evangelists that get an EcoWasher. We have less than a 1% return on this product. And the only people that return it is they didn't get it. So it's pretty exciting.
It is exciting. And just when you're thinking about working capital, make sure you come and talk to us.
Well, absolutely. I got to tell you, you know, I've been the director of new product development for this large consulting, as a consultant for this large marketing company. I've got six, and that scares some people because they say you got to stay laser focused, and I agree. But we built this over a decade. We have 6 additional eco-inventive products that are pretty spectacular.
So what would keep the competition out from doing this? It's a known technology, right? Something that can be built in any washing machine.
Well, you better know what you're doing when you enter this market, because the water quality is a real issue. And anytime you deal with water, I mean, this is our 3rd generation. The EcoWasher Pro is our 3rd generation technology. We have our own QC people in-house. We go through this thing. We have a bulletproof machine today. We actually are already developing. We're preparing to build new tooling for even another step above. One of the things our new machine is going to do, and again, it's patent pending. Okay? In Asia, where these are produced, they do have a patent in Asia, so another factory is not going to be able to do it because it is protected.
So my question is actually related. Actually, you know, this opportunity. What? You're a hockey player? No. You ever seen hockey stick like that? That's a hell of a hockey stick.
Well, so you got to understand with Eden Pure, we start out selling 40,000 units a year. Less than 3 years later, we were selling 40,000 units a week.
Yeah, that wasn't my question. I take that for granted. My question, Julius, is first of all, I'm personally very into this. I'm probably it's a tiny category for the best selling offer in the world on chemical solutions. So I'm always looking for things like this. It's personally interesting to me. I didn't actually really do the machine, so it's really cool.
Thanks.
But my question's around intellectual property protection and strategy. So you have a device that you can tack on an installed base of washing machines that's based on existing technology. I'd like to understand, I'd like everybody to understand how you have that protected, because that's an important consideration for investors that you already hinted at. But also, do you have an extension of the strategy called it's in new washers, your technology built inside every as a competitive advantage to those new washers, because it's a compelling selling feature of a new washer if you don't have to buy soap for it versus you're already used to buying soap for the current washer. It's like a one level of extra complexity. So talk about your IP and how it relates to your potential licensing strategy after you get with the device.
I do have, in the USA, I have patent pending for new improvements. My patent attorney does think he can get it, and we'll get it. And clearly, we're always looking at the IP. Right now, we're not even a blimp on the screen, but when big companies see us, they're going to come after us just like they did with Eden Pure. And because Eden Pure, I was not in control because I was a consultant for the company, and I was not in control. I mean, we have 2-3 things that I'm not completely free to speak of publicly in place to really protect ourselves.
So you have know-how developed you have know-how for creating the initial third generation device, which is good, and you have a patent that's pending that may get awarded.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. And not only that, yeah, we've already played around with a washing machine that has the technology built into it. The reality is, in the United States alone, there's over 500 million washing machines. Okay?
Right.
I mean, washing machines aren't just in homes. They're in laundromats. We can hook right up to a laundromat. They're in car dealerships. Anywhere you go, there's a laundry.
Very interesting. There's different timelines for infomercials, and there's different timelines for these things. Absolutely. So you're thinking of your time, but we really appreciate your program. Thank you.
We'd like to invite you to go and help yourself to a snack and a drink. These fine judges are going to put their heads together, and we will come back to you.